Okay, let's be real. We've all been there. That last-minute study session, the Netflix binge that just kept going, or maybe just you and the ceiling having a staring contest at 3 a.m. But have you ever stopped to wonder what is actually going on inside your body when you decide sleep is optional? Well, today, we're diving deep into the physiological chaos of an all-nighter.
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You're staring at that bright little screen, the rest of the world is asleep, and you can almost hear your brain cells packing their tiny bags and going on strike. You know it's not great for you, but the sheer scale of the internal meltdown happening inside, yeah, that might actually shock you.
And I'm not exaggerating. From your brain chemistry to your metabolism, skipping a night of sleep throws your entire system into a state of emergency. We're talking about a full-blown internal crisis, and we're about to walk through the damage report, starting with mission control itself, your brain.
First up, your brain. This is ground zero. It's where the most immediate and frankly, the most noticeable damage happens. Imagine your brain is a super high-performance computer and you've just yanked the power cord right in the middle of a critical update. Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
This analogy is just perfect. When you're sleep deprived, the communication between your neurons slows way down. Your ability to process information, to make good decisions, to even remember what you did 5 minutes ago, it all becomes incredibly unreliable. You are literally buffering in real life.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It is stark. A rested brain is sharp, it's focused. A tired brain, it's slow, confused, and your memory just completely checks out. This is exactly why cramming all night for a test is one of the worst things you can do. And your mood? Oh man, your brain's emotional regulation center basically just throws a massive tantrum. And listen, this isn't just a funny saying to scare you. The cognitive impairment is so real. Studies have shown that being awake for 24 hours straight can mess with your judgment, your reaction time, and your decision-making so badly that it's legally equivalent to being drunk. It's a pretty sobering thought, isn't it?
And it is definitely not just your brain that's in trouble. While your command center is going haywire, the rest of your system is sending out some pretty desperate SOS signals, trying its best to cope with the immense stress you've just put it under.
Almost instantly, your body gets flooded with stress hormones like cortisol. Your heart rate and your blood pressure spike, putting a huge strain on your whole cardiovascular system. At the same time, your immune system's defenses just plummet, which makes you a walking target for any cold or flu bug around. And get this, growth hormone, which is critical for cell repair, takes a total nosedive. Yep, that means you are literally accelerating your own aging process.
Have you ever wondered why you suddenly crave a giant pizza and a bag of chips at 2 in the morning? Well, here's why. A hormone called ghrelin, which basically screams, "I'm hungry," goes through the roof. At the exact same time, leptin, the hormone that says, "Okay, we're full now," completely vanishes. Your body is tricked into thinking it's starving even when it's not.
And this is when you start to really feel it, right? Physically, your coordination is shot, your reflexes are super delayed, and you're just plain irritable. You basically become a background character in your own movie, clumsy, foggy, and just trying to make it to the next scene without spilling coffee all over yourself.
And then there are microsleeps, which are frankly terrifying. This is when your brain gets so desperate for rest that it will just shut down for a few seconds at a time, completely without your consent. You could be in the middle of a conversation or worse, driving a car when your brain just decides, nope, nap time. It is every bit as dangerous as it sounds.
Look, pulling one all-nighter is bad enough. But what happens when it's not just one night? What happens when this becomes your routine, your normal? Well, the long-term price tag is incredibly steep. You can just see how quickly this escalates. What starts as a little brain fog and a bad mood can compound so fast. Within a week, you're getting sick more often and making terrible food choices. After a month, you might start seeing it on your skin or feeling it in your anxiety levels. And after a year of this chronic sleep debt, you are facing major health problems. And ultimately, this isn't just about feeling a little tired. The science is crystal clear. Chronic sleep deprivation is directly linked to some of our most serious health conditions: obesity, type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, not to mention mental health disorders like anxiety and depression. That is a heavy price to pay for a few extra hours a week.
All of these symptoms, from the immediate brain fog to those terrifying long-term risks, they are all your body's way of sending you a very clear, very loud message. It's screaming, "Stop!" The only question is, are you listening before the damage becomes permanent? Okay, that was a lot, and it sounds pretty grim, I know.
But here is the good news. You can recover. It is not a lost cause. So let's shift from all that chaos to a clear, simple playbook for getting your body and your brain back on track.
So here is the plan. First, and this is non-negotiable, the very next night, you have to prioritize sleep above everything else. Second, hydrate like crazy. Water helps your body flush out all those stress chemicals. Third, cut the caffeine after the early afternoon. It will just mess up your next night's sleep. Then, get some sunlight first thing in the morning to reset your body's internal clock. And if you absolutely must nap, keep it short and sweet.
And of course, the best way to recover from an all-nighter is to not pull one in the first place, right? Prevention is key. Consistency is everything. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time, even on weekends. Put the phone down. Create a barrier between you and that screen for at least an hour before bed. And find a routine that tells your brain it's time to chill out, reading, stretching, whatever works for you.
And really, this is the ultimate takeaway. It's not just about the number of hours you spend in bed, it is all about the quality of that rest. Creating a routine and an environment that helps you get deep, restorative sleep is so much more valuable than just lying there for longer, tossing and turning.
So when you really think about it, sleep sharpens your brain, it balances your hormones, it strengthens your immune system, it even makes your skin look better. It costs absolutely nothing, and it improves every single part of your physical and mental health. So I'll just leave you with this question. If you're looking for that one thing to truly level up your life, are you overlooking the most powerful tool you have?